Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Thursday evening training tonight here at Anjuli and Anjuli Global. As you see up here, we just want to promote Saturday. Our day of discovery is a week from Saturday on October 21st at 1 p.m. Eastern. You don't want to miss it. So I'll just throw it up there. But probably more importantly for tonight, just wanted to recognize one of the great leaders in the industry, Coach David Smile. It's happy birthday to him. He's the double nickels, just turned 55. So we're sticking with that one, by the way, is me and him were talking as this lucky day was about to be here. But he, as you know, he's helped many of you and throughout the years. And so we just want to wish Coach a happy birthday today as we're beginning this. So Marvin, that was all I wanted to kind of get this thing kicked off tonight. I was hoping maybe we get Adrian to sing happy birthday to him, but I'll leave that to you, Marvin, because I know you've got the vocals. You are, if y'all didn't know, Marvin's a singer, by the way, everyone. So normally, tonight on our call, just kind of wanted to, as we get rolling with everything, just kind of share some thoughts. And Marvin's going to cover things, but to help you learn and understand a lot of our product line, the reasons why we do things, so your presentations can maybe be more effective as you're out there talking to people, and you'll know what to say a little bit more. It's just a fine-tuning tweak here and there sometimes, but I'll tell you what, there's no substitution for excitement. My wife still amazes me. She might not know all the details on anything, but she gets excited and just gets other people to want to listen. And so no substitute for that, but some of you maybe are more laid back like me, and so you need a little bit of help here and there. But this beach right here that Coach Smiles on right now, he's probably going to tune in tonight from this beach that he's hanging out at. We're all going to be there celebrating his birthday next year, or those kind of things. But that's what we really want to do tonight. And our president of the company, Marvin Higby's put together a presentation. I might jump in a little bit here as we're going through it. But remember, this is the goal. Stake your claim to peace. I have this on here because I think there's nothing more awesome than getting a massage. So hopefully tonight we cover some things that will help you move forward. And remember, you have great leaders that you're working with. We want to recognize all of them, from Coach to Bill, Eric, Big Money, Jennifer, whoever you're working with, Elaine. There's so many great leaders here on our call, Michael, and shout out to his wife as well, and all the things that they're going through. So with that, President Marvin Higby, Marvin, I'm turning this over to you to take us the rest of the way.
Awesome. Thank you, Brad. I'm excited to be here with you and with everybody else. And let me just go ahead and turn on my PowerPoint. Brad and I are going to do this together a little bit in tandem tonight. We're trying out some new things. You're going to see a little bit of things maybe you've seen in the past, but we're trying to kind of see if we can come up with something that, Adrian, I've had you in mind. I've been working on this so that I can send it to you. So let me know if you still want it, but this is what we're going to go through today. And I am excited about it. So welcome to Anjuli Global. Let me tell you a little bit about our company. We are a company that really focuses on trying to really offer spa quality. That's spa and quality mixed together, spa quality products, and really excited about those and what we are doing with our products. And let me tell you how we got here. One of the things that we wanted to do when we got involved and we sat down and we talked with Rajiv is we talked about being an omni-channel marketing company. So not really what you would call a traditional network marketing company, but really more of an omni-channel marketing company, which means that we could participate in a variety of channels that are out there. So let me talk about some of those channels. You have everything from social media to direct selling, and sometimes they include some of those things together. There's e-learning, there's alternative medicine, there's e-commerce, medical itself, and wellness, the overall wellness industry. I remember years ago when I was on the cover of a magazine with a guy by the name of Paul Pilzer, who talked about the fact that one day we would be the next $1 trillion industry that wellness was. And now here we are. the next trillion-dollar wellness industry. That's pretty exciting. And actually, if you add everything up with this entire opportunity and you're looking at it as an overall picture of what can you participate in, there is literally over $3 trillion worth of business opportunity sitting in front of you with Anjuli Global. And let's just focus in on the wellness industry. Look at the number of people that are getting into the wellness industry. Even big stars are doing it because it is a great industry. There's a lot of money to be made. And so they're tapping in to get their share. And today this is not really about them, it's about you. It's about helping you tap in to something that is remarkable. Thousands of years ago, literally, some claim as many as 10,000 years ago, a holistic history began of a process called Ayurveda. Ayurveda is called the science of life. And this history of Ayurveda began as the Vedic people, or the Vedic tribes of India, the ancient peoples of India, began to assemble a bunch of different remedies that they put together with natural plants and things, and a style and a process for evaluating life. Well, you may know a little bit more about Ayurveda because it's growing. It's one of the things that actually is gaining popularity and starting to trend. And that's because there are over 1 billion people on Earth that actually practice Ayurveda, that actually are a part of Ayurvedic wellness systems.
Marvin, we're not seeing your screen.
Oh, well, then that is not
But
good.
you sound good. You're sounding really good.
Wonderful.
I'm tracking all the way.
So sorry, everyone. I really apologize. I thought I shared. My screen said I shared. Let me go back just a little bit then so you can see all of this beautiful presentation that I have put together for you tonight, because honestly, it would be a shame to miss out. And I'm going to swap this. Okay, Brad, now verify for me.
Oh, you've got it. It's up.
Awesome. Okay, so I was just welcoming you, telling you that Anjuli has spa quality products that were part of, actually, when you add them all together, there are $3 trillion, just under $3 trillion in opportunity that are staring you in the face tonight with Anjuli Global. And that doesn't mean you're going to tap into all of it, but there are portions of it that are very significant. And a lot of people are getting involved with Ayurveda now. You can talk about the wellness industry, particularly. A lot of people are focusing on that one because that's $1.2 trillion worth of opportunity. And so you're seeing people taking advantage of that. Well, this isn't really about them. It's about you. And once again, it's about the Ayurveda history, the history of Ayurveda. We tap into a modality of wellness called Ayurveda. It is a huge system, actually, in the world, but we here in the West don't know very much about it. There are actually 1 billion people who practice it. And as I stated, it started literally 10,000 years ago and then was codified about 5,000 years ago. And you look at Ayurveda and maybe you think, gosh, I really just am not familiar with that word. I don't know what it means. Well, let me tell you what it means. It means the science of life, but it's a sister process to yoga. Yoga is actually supposed to be done hand in glove with Ayurveda. Yoga is the physical, kind of meditative side of wellness that was developed by these ancient peoples. And Ayurveda had everything to do with nutrition and with products that would help to support your body and the different types of body types that we have in the world. Here's some interesting things that are being published in the news about Ayurveda right now. My favorite of these is the one from Newsweek, because it's almost naughty, but it's kind of cute. And it's holy shiitake. It's all natural with no side effects. So what's to lose? So that to me is really exciting. That's part of what we're doing. And once again, as I told you, this is time tested for over 5,000 years. So these remedies, the things that they put together, our remedy that I'm going to talk about tonight, ambrosia, is particularly a product of this system. it was actually a formula that was derived 3,000 years ago. So not from the very beginning, but over the process, as they began to do it, it became a product that was developed, this formula, 3,000 years ago. Of course, nobody has our presentation. So that's unique to us. And here's our entire product line. As I told you, we really have focused on trying to create a spa quality kind of a concept. And you'll notice in our products that we have a line of water that is outstanding. And why do we include water? Well, in Ayurveda, actually, water was a critical part of their entire system. And we know that water is life. 3/4 of our body is water. 3/4 of the world is water. Water is an important part, and we need to be drinking pure water. And honestly, it's virtually impossible to find pure water in today's world. And so you want to be drinking water that has been purified. And even better, if it's been alkalinized, because it helps you to protect you from pathogens that would proliferate in a more acidic kind of water. We also have wonderful products that were developed as nano isolates that actually communicate with what we recently have discovered, but what the ancients seem to know all about, what we call our endocannabinoid system. And these were products that were actually used too. In fact, they actually have a little legend about the hemp plant as having the angel of mercy dwelling in its leaves. I think it's kind of a cute story because obviously what they're trying to describe in their own way is that people felt these soothing effects of CBD particularly. And so that's very exciting when you think that these types of things happened years ago, and we're just coming up with brand new delivery systems and ways for our body to actually use them. And we always have been prepared to utilize those with this endocannabinoid system that they've discovered. And so this is our line of nutritional products. Now, this line of products is Ayurveda inspired. What does that mean? It means that we take the base of Ayurveda and we have certain ingredients of Ayurveda, but then we enhance them with modern science so that we really can deliver products that are effective and that can bless people's lives. So we call this Ayurveda inspired. Now, the ambrosia, as I mentioned, is actually truly Ayurveda. It is actually a formula from Ayurveda. The rest of them are Ayurveda inspired, and they are wonderful products. And part of the reason that you see the beautiful colors on our labels that we do is because we're honoring the concept that our body is an electric system. And this is what these people described years ago. And they called these little circles of energy in our body, these energy centers, chakras. But we just refer to them as energy centers. We know that the body is an electric system. And this just pays homage to that concept that they were aware of the fact that our body is an electric system. Now, you look at these different ways that we approach the product from water, the NutriVeda setup that we have. These are our what we call our collections. So we have a water collection, we have a NutriVeda collection, and we have a fitness collection with the CBD products that we have that are based. So let's go through and talk a little bit about why they're so special. We actually are in the process of working with the Science of Life Institute of America to actually, we've created a standardization where we can have products that are Ayurveda and Ayurveda inspired meet qualifications for this kind of products. And so we're working closely with a panel of doctors who are helping us to make sure that we are setting this up correctly. What this is intended to do is that we actually intend to become kind of a regulatory agency for our entire industry. So that when people talk about Ayurveda, they're talking about Anjuli as the standard indirectly, and the Science of Life Institute of America as the governing body that helps to make sure that our products are pure, highest quality, that they deliver on their promise. And so that's what we want to do. That's what we're in the process of doing. to support that, look at the kind of information we provide for you. When you get your product, of course, we have a supplement facts on the label, but we also have white papers. Now, I don't know how many companies start out with white papers, but I don't know really of any. I know some that have been years in the making that develop white papers, and they have a few white papers, but we come out with white papers. What do the white papers do? They don't tell you what the product is going to do. They give you literature references that tell you what the ingredients in our products have done and the studies that have been conducted on those ingredients. Does that mean you're going to get the same effect? Well, it may be that there were different amounts, other things that were controls that were used in those studies, but these papers provide you with very, very interesting information. So we invite you to take an opportunity to look at those whenever you can. In addition to that type of materials, we also, on our website, when you go in to our shopping cart and you press on one of our little buttons to go and shop for product, you can actually, you'll just scroll down, you just shop on that button, open it up, it opens up to another little page that provides you with a bunch of information. It'll provide you with access to a video. It'll provide you with access to what I just showed you with the white papers and the label information, that kind of thing. It'll also show you a finished product certificate of analysis, a COA. We actually provide COAs on every single one of our nutritional products. I don't know anybody else that allows you to verify that what we tell you is in the product is in the product. And so, you know, there were some real problems with supplements for a while, where people were buying things and then they found out that they had absolutely no nutritional value. Now you can verify, along with us, that we have that kind of standard of quality in our company. So let's walk through these products just one by one and let you understand a little bit more about them. We have a probiotics product that's outstanding. You're going to love it. It helps to support the gut-brain axis. It is something that helps with helping decrease symptoms of anxiety. So it helps with mood. It reduces irritable bowel syndromes. It helps with lactose intolerance symptoms, helps to alleviate those. It helps to lower cholesterol, and there are more benefits. We actually have another product that is actually, and probiotics helps to support your gut. So it helps to support what they call the solar plexus chakra that's right at where your rib cage comes together with your gut, and that's your solar plexus. In fact, you may have heard of being punched in the solar plexus. Not fun. Don't do that. Take probiotics instead. But you can also try Relief. Relief is a product that it targets the energy in the heart energy center. So it is something that helps to fight infection. It helps with, it provides compassionate aid to your body. That's part of what we're trying to do. It really is the biggest strength that I think that it has is it fights inflammation like almost nothing else. And we've had some remarkable testimonies with this product. We've had people who we didn't even know what really was the cause of some of their situations. And I can't really tell you exactly precisely, but if they were on the call, they could tell you. They had some precise examples of what happened with them where they were able to, where they thought that they had something that had permanently disabled them. In fact, disabled them for as long as 15, 16 years. And they actually had some restoration of those kinds of things because of the profound ability of this product to treat inflammation that was causing some of those kinds of problems. Defense is a great product. This is actually supports what they call the ground chakra or the base chakra, the root chakra. And what it does is it boosts your natural immunity and provides a grounded nutritional foundation for you. And that's why it helps to support this particular energy center in the body. And it also supports your immune system. And you're going to see that over and over again, because supporting the immune system is helping to protect your life. And so you'll see that many of these ingredients have been tested to produce some of those kinds of the results. It also helps to protect you from free radicals. It's going to defend you from many toxins. It'll help to improve your mood. That's another benefit you're going to see. It boosts your brain function and it improves your overall well-being. So there you see those three products. Let's move on to the next three. We have vitality. Vitality is supports what they call the sacral chakra. This is where all of the creative energy in your body takes place, and it improves blood flow to this creative energy, and it boosts your energy, and it enhances cognition, and it restores intimate performance, and increases stamina and passionate interest. This is a remarkable product. I really like it. It is a natural source of L-citrulline. L-citrulline is a precursor to L. I'm trying. All of a sudden, the word slipped my mind. Another amino acid. Go ahead, Brett.
Arginine.
L-arginine. So L-arginine is also a critical essential acid that helps to improve blood flow, and that's part of the reason that it has the wonderful effects that it does as it improves circulation throughout the body. Thanks. And I told you Brad was going to help, so thank you, Brad, for stepping in. And we also have an amazing product. This is a product, in my opinion, that could be used to launch a company. It's called Renew. It allows you, and the word stay young is really pretty much describes what it does, because it provides anti-aging support and DNA repair support, and improves your insulin sensitivity, and it preserves your memory, and it slows down your physical and cognitive decline. This is a really remarkable product that contains an ingredient called NAD+. NAD+. So if you'll take a look at that and try some of that today, I think you're going to be surprised at the kinds of results that you get. So let's talk now about GlucoSlim. GlucoSlim is a product that we brought on recently because we were trying to address the growing concern of the diabetic pandemic that has ensued after COVID-19. So many people are getting having issues with their blood sugar. And so what we developed with GlucoSlim is something that helps to promote a healthy blood sugar. It actually helps when you take it. We've done some studies, and these are not documented studies, they're not double blind, but we have done some studies, and in these preliminary results from these studies, we're seeing that it actually takes the edge off of the way that glycogen and insulin respond in the body. That glycogen is what the body will release when blood sugar is too low, so you need glycogen, and insulin is what it will release when blood sugar is too high, oftentimes right after you eat, particularly if you're not careful with carbohydrates. You can have a spike in your insulin, and it will actually send your body into a little bit of a hypoglycemic state, because what it does is it overproduces, that triggers overproduction of insulin, which will not bring that back down. It continues to spiral, and then suddenly you crash. And so it's very important that you take care of your blood sugar and that you know how to manage it properly. Tranquility is one of our products. Get Happy, it's about mood, cognition, and sleep support. It supports mental focus. It targets what we call the brow chakra, which is right here, right in the middle of your forehead. And it helps to awaken your intuition. So that you're actually more tuned in to what's going on around you. I mean, I don't know how many of you have had the experience where your children were in trouble and you knew it. And you were spot on about it. That's the type of thing. Our brains have the capacity to do those kinds of things if we can help give them the kind of nutrients that they need, so that we actually feed that ability to awaken our intuition. It also calms your mind. It helps you to support your mental focus. It helps with relaxation and sleep. It maintains physical youth and behaviors. It maintains anxiety, anti-anxiety types of support. It provides cardiovascular support. It helps to defend against disease and relieve symptoms associated with chronic pain. And that's largely because it is also a source of CBD, along with Relief. By the way, I didn't mention that. Relief has wonderful source of CBD. And Ambrosia. This is that product that I've been telling you about. It has 53 different herbal ingredients in it. It's a remarkable product. I've been working a little bit with Coach. They have invited me to come in on a little bit of a process of learning how to put together some information on this that they're going to start sharing all over the internet. And it's really exciting about what they're doing to attract interest in our company. But particularly, their focus has been on ambrosia because it has over 53 different ingredients, and each and every one of them is remarkable, just remarkable. And so it's really fun because they're breaking it into little tidbits of three ingredients at a time. So they'll actually end up with, I think, 17 little videos that they're making that are going to be under a minute that are going to show you the benefits of this product. But it's what it does for eyesight, hair and skin, your immune system, your digestive health, your respiratory health, your circulatory systems. It helps to improve brain function. It helps with cardiovascular support. So this is once again is a remarkable product. So that's kind of our product. And who are we as a company? What are we doing with these products? We're creating positive change together through what we call social sharing. And maybe even more than social sharing, I would say that we are the premier referral concept in our entire industry. The premier referral, what would you call it, Brad? Referral
referral rewards
program. In fact, I think I'm going to change that because I think that really reflects more who we are. Our exceptional products are marketed just by normal people just like you through what we call a system that rewards them too. And we pay them referral rewards for bringing people to our product, for bringing people to our company, for helping to create people who want to build a business with us. And so that's part of what we do. You know, there's a lot of interest in that kind of thing right now. In fact, even people who've been in really famous movies recently, and other actors and stars are doing what they call side hustles. And here's part of the reason. I mean, they have their own reasons for doing it. I don't know exactly what their financial situations are. None of us really do. And most of them are just trying to optimize on their time in the limelight. And so they're trying to take advantage of that. But for the average person out there, side hustles on average add $810 a month to a household. We want people to think of Anjuli as their side hustle. It also, 33% of side hustlers declare they need extra money for day-to-day living expenses. This is in our modern existing economy right now. People are struggling financially. And so there are people looking for something like Anjuli to help supplement what they're doing. And of course, as I mentioned, there are many people that are stepping in for their own reasons. Have you ever considered what it would be like to have the time, health, and money to live life on your terms instead of on the way that you have to because you're living from paycheck to paycheck? Have you ever considered that? What would it mean to you to have financial peace in your life? I love that concept, financial peace. Oh my goodness, how many of us have struggled all of our lives to find financial peace? So we can just know that we have the money that we need to pay our bills, that we're not sitting in a pool of debt, that we're not choking on all of these difficulties that are surrounding us, fear that what if I lose my job? What if I lose my health insurance? What's going to happen if I get in a car accident and I can't pay my car insurance and I suddenly owe millions of dollars? I will be ruined unless I have something to turn to. So there are many things that you can turn to. There are many opportunities out there. In fact, Brad, why don't you kind of step in and you take over on this part of it, and let's hear how you talk about these opportunities.
Wow, you got it, Marvin. I'm excited to be here with you and sharing. You know, me and Marvin just kind of wanted to educate as we're learning more about this. And if you haven't read the book, The Blue Ocean Strategy, I highly recommend that you get it in your hands, read it, and begin to understand it. But when there's opportunities out there, we call those, most of them that you deal with are red ocean companies because it's bloodied by the competition. So you're competing. Totally competing all the time. And they call it red ocean because it's a sharky shark world out there, and they're, it's bloodied by all the competition. And so we have what we're going into when you read the Blue Ocean Strategy, creating a blue ocean opportunity, where that's the whole genesis behind Ayurveda. We're following Rajiv's roots, and we began to create a company. We wanted to create it so that we could limit the competition in our space. We're in a space that a lot of people are in, moving goods and services and stuff, but we want to create it that's it's unique. What's unique about us? Well, it's the Ayurveda. We are a spa wellness company. That's what Anjuli is all about. We want to target that market, that niche, and so that we could have a better lane for each one of you. When you're doing a side gig, we want it to be worth your time and effort. When I look at stuff, I want it to be worth my time and effort. I'm going to spend X number of time doing something, so I might as well do something that rewards me more than the other thing. And so just to help you understand what it is we do, I want it, because a lot of times people go, well, this is not a new concept, but we're take it to a blue ocean, to a whole nother realm. You've heard of companies like Dropbox, Uber, Hulu, Netflix. Well, all of them started and went to billion-dollar brands from what we call a limited referral program. When Netflix started, they'd say, hey, you'll get a free movie every time you refer somebody. And so people started referring their friends to sign up for Netflix, and they just grew and exploded. So you ever experienced, any of you been a part of a referral program, or a rewards program? You go to a restaurant and get reward points every time you shop there, a fast food place? We all do. That's common in the workplace. So, and people just do this. Hulu, same thing. Uber, you refer somebody to Uber, you get a free ride. That kind of thing, but they're what we call limited. Dropbox, if you've ever heard of Dropbox, you refer people to Dropbox, you get more storage space. So there's always a referral and a reward associated with that. But when I say limited, it's a one-time, one-layer referral. So, if I refer you to Netflix, I get a free movie. The next time you buy Netflix or you refer someone else, I don't get anything. So it was a one-time, but it was kind of cool that one time, and so I did it. And people are doing that all the time. Well, at Anjuli Global, we're changing this. That's kind of a red ocean space that people are in. We're taking it to a blue ocean space where we call it an unlimited referral reward program. What do I mean by that? Well, it's no longer one time or one layer. When I say that, there's waves of referral. A friend refers another friend, refers another friend. And so what we call this blue ocean strategy, I like to put it on our ocean here. We call it the Jaya wave strategy, so to speak. And all it is every time you refer somebody, you'll get rewarded for it. And you can choose whether you just want it to be points for free product and stuff like other companies do, or whether you want cash rewards. Now, you can do a combination of both. Most of you on this call are on the cash reward side. Like I said, we're the premier referral rewards company. But the reason we are is because we're an unlimited referral rewards company. Because every time you refer somebody and they make a purchase from the marketplace, from your replicated website, you'll get a reward. You'll get a cash reward for every time that happens. And when they refer somebody, they'll get something and you'll get something. And when their friends refer somebody, and so on. And that's what we mean by it's limitless. It becomes unlimited. And we want you to participate in that. And that separates us from that red ocean competition. So I just kind of want to share that with you tonight as we're going through this, because it's a powerful concept. When people say, well, what makes you different? Well, we have an amazing unlimited referral rewards program. We are the premier company doing that. We specialize in spa wellness quality products that you're going to want to have and take, that'll make a difference in people's lives. And so that whole modality, where we're going with this thing, will make a difference. And so Marvin, as we're kind of moving, I don't know where you want to jump back in on this, but I just kind of want to share that part, because I always share when we talk about that blue ocean, what happens is, you've heard it, and I like to share this a lot, the Robert Kiyosaki cash flow quadrant, because 95% of the people are on this left side. They're an employee or self-employed. 95% of the people in the United States. Outside of the United States, it's higher than that. And so, and then I'm not counting the unemployed people that don't have work anywhere, because outside the country, there's a lot of that too. And there's only in the United States, so 5%, 95% of all the wealth in the United States is generated by that 5% that are a business owner or investor. And to understand these blue ocean concepts, to be able to move over there and help other people understand them, to move into that direction where you can be a business owner. And so, as we go to the next slide there, we always like to share, here's the breakdown. It's a Social Security Administration study they did several years ago. They took 100 people, age 20, 21, that range, till age 65. And after that time at 40, 45 years had passed, 95% of those people were either had passed away, were dependent on others, Social Security, or 3% still had to work to make ends meet. Where there was that 5% again, that's what we call the financial independent ones. They became financially fit, so to speak. And so were independently well off, independently wealthy, but 1% were the elite of wealthy people. And just to give you a breakdown, I like to share this all the time. 1% of that 1% was athletes and entertainers, or is. 5% are elite salespeople, 10% doctors and attorneys, 10% CEOs and presidents, but 74%, that big lane, are business owners. And that's when we talk about that right side of that cash flow quadrant you see on there. We want to take people and get them over there. And it's like mind-boggling. How do I get there? Well, you have help. You have coach. You've got Sean. You got Jennifer. You've got a myriad of combination, whether it's Adrian, Bill, Eric, whoever it is, you have a combination to help mentor you. And I just kind of want to share with those business owners, you know what they do with their money? Well, they have a business that produces profit. They take that profit and they reinvest it. And they want a good return on that investment. They're hoping to get a 10% return on the investment. I had a guy call me probably 3 months ago and said, hey, you know anywhere I can get a 6%? Because the way the economy is very difficult. But I'm just kind of sharing, they look to get that. Well, to get $15,000 a month from an investment, they need $1.8 million in that. But you know what they do when they begin to invest? They invest in other businesses that grow, more profit. They invest it in other businesses. They put it into other things that give them a great return. And what we're here to do is take the average normal person that's humble, teachable, and willing to work hard. That's where I was. I was willing to do that. I was saying, hey, I raised my hand, help me. If you're going to help somebody make money, it might as well be me. If you want to teach somebody else how to think like that right side does, I want to be that person that does it. And as you know, many of you know, I used to sell advertising in Las Vegas. I would call them business owners all the time. And I would always ask them, how did you get started in this thing? Why'd you do it? I wanted them to think like they thought, to be where they are. So we've created a business, a model, a compensation. We like to call it the rewards adventure, our referral rewards, where we can teach you to have an asset that creates an asset that can produce the same thing. See, these people on the right side, what they do is they leverage their assets. People on the left side leverage their time. They have to trade time for money, time for money, time for money. Well, the right side, they trade their assets for money. They leverage that. And we're going to teach you how to create an asset that can leverage so you have more free time to do the things you like to do. And all we simply teach you to do is to do volume. Do whatever you pick on our chart. We have a little rewards chart that our referral rewards chart that says how much you want to make. Well, here's the volume you need to do to produce that. If you want to make $8,000 a month in income, let's teach you how to produce $40,000 a month in rewards volume, in volume that can generate that ongoing residual income, just like that chart that investors will do. And so what I just shared is not an easy thing to do. That's why you got to be tied into the right people, into a blue ocean kind of a company, a concept. See, I could be an Uber driver, but I'm not going to, as the driver, I'm not going to be able to leverage I'm still trading time for money. But if I own the Uber company or have a path that way, then I can leverage that asset. And so that's what we share. And then I'm trying to give you all the thinking behind as you're talking to people to give you the arsenal that you need to help you in talking. And that's what Marvin is, he's going through each of the products. What makes us blue ocean? How can we differentiate ourselves from the competition? Through our amazing product line, through our rewards program, through our positioning in the marketplace as a spa, wellness, Ayurveda company, because you start to search that lane is a lot narrow, yet that's $1 billion people strong, as Marvin mentioned. So as we move from there, we start talking about all the different ways that you can earn an income. This is basically the basic, simple first step is how much you want to make, get back with whoever invited you here. And I'm not saying here, but whoever's on your support team. Go over your goals, what you want to accomplish and what it's going to take. And then we just simply teach you to do that. When I showed that other chart up there with the waves, it simply starts by developing 3 teams, 3 waves of referral. First, you find 3 lines of affiliation. You refer people. we reward you for that and help them do the same thing. And we just duplicate it over and over and over and over again. Marvin, if we can move on to another screen, that would be great.
Sure. And if you'd like, Brad, I'll step in
yeah,
here.
you can jump right on in now. You
what
can
I
take
think
over.
one of the things that we were trying to do is we wanted to find out if, are we just really kind of fooling ourselves? Are we smoking our own dope? Do we really have as great a plan as we think that we do? So we actually compared our compensation plan with a unilevel, a binary, and a trinary. These are the three most popular types of plans in network marketing right now. Sometimes I wonder why, but they are. And so I took a look. We took a look at all of them, and each one has its strengths and each one has its weaknesses. But let me show you how it compares with what we have, our precision plan here at Anjuli Global. So we're going to follow Brad's little gyro wave strategy that he had, where they're going to be 4 who refer 3. So this is an application of that strategy. Those 4 refer 3, each one of them have 3, and then those people in turn refer 3, and those people in turn refer 3 until we have about 160. We have exactly 160 people. And we did this for each organization. We applied exactly the same process over each organization. We just simply superimposed the numbers. And then we said, okay, everybody's going to do 150 in reward volume. And we don't know what that reward volume means to each company. We can't really go in and calculate that, but we can tell you how much that it was 150 in reward volume that goes into the calculation of their compensation plan. Okay. And that meant that if you take the 160 times the 150, that gives you 24,000 in team volume that was created in each company by the teams that were building those companies. All right. And then we're going to look at the reward calculation. The company applies its compensation plan. Now, in a unilevel, typically you're going to get someplace between 5 and 8%. Okay. We went with 5% because that's more common. So you take 5% of level volume, and we didn't even go down a certain number of levels, which you would typically do to get 24,000. And it may be that some of this volume is outside of the structure that their pay plans would allow. So this is just a very generous comparison, saying 5% of their volume overall would give you, and I'm going to show you in a minute, or 10% in a binary, because you take a binary is where you have 2 legs, 2 organizations that you build, and we take the lesser volume, 10% of that lesser volume of the 2 organizations. And that's how you get compensated. Well, we're just going to assume that you take 24,000 and you split it right in half. And we're going to give you 10% of half of that volume. Never happens, but we're going to be generous in our calculation. And then a trinary is a little different in the way that it does it, because it splits the volume into 3 groupings, and then it pays you on 2 of those. And we split it evenly, just like we said before. Not that it necessarily does that, because what you do is you're balancing volumes. All right. Now, you can see that there is no comparison taking place here, because we're twice what we're actually 3 times, more than 3 times what a unilevel would pay. We're more than 3 times what a binary would pay. We're more than 2.5 times what a trinary would pay. And so you see that what we're doing is we're targeting a way to get money into our people's hands as quickly as possible. And our mechanism for doing that and everything else is really actually pretty simple. It's because we're able to do it in the way that we have structured our rewards program and still be able to do it. So this is a no-brainer to me, that we have a far superior way to help people get to incomes that are going to sustain them, that are going to make a huge difference in their lives. And when they get to some of those incomes, when you're making 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, $20,000 a month, it's going to be hard to pull you away from those kinds of things, because there aren't very many opportunities for you to actually get there. Most of the opportunities are geared toward maybe 5 or 6 people ever making much money. That's the truth. That's why you have 96% of the people in network marketing who don't survive. That's why we're not network marketing. We are omni-channel marketing. So in addition to what I've just explained to you, and this is actually the money from the gyro wave strategy, you can make up to $18,000 a year just by following a strategy. The strategy is not a requirement. It is an opportunity to build your organization correctly, and we compensate you rather than try and teach it to you only. We actually incentivize you to get out and do it by giving you up to $18,000 a year extra. Who wouldn't want $18,000 a year extra?
Marvin, could I chime in here on one
Sure.
point there on the last slide that you were on, everyone? I just want to make sure this is clear. When all these different companies that are out there, and I'm going to say Red Ocean, because they're all out there vying for the stuff and they all have the same kind of things. That's why we want to differentiate ourselves a little bit. But with all the companies will end up paying out about the same amount of money overall. So where did the rest of the money go from 1,200 to 4,000? Who got it? I just want you to know that a very few at the very top got it. And we thought, well, let's make our company different, because we need to help more people make $4,000 a month than a few people make $100,000 a month. Let's help a lot of people get there, because we can make a bigger difference in more people's lives. And that's really why we love what we're doing here at Anjuli, and the vision of Rajiv and the team and your leaders in wanting to help more people. Hey, can you make 100,000 a month? Yes, you can in ours, but we want to help more. I'm telling you, when somebody's making 500 in ours, at another business, they'd be making 50. And that's a difference. It's a difference maker to help people make a change in their life. And so I just want to throw that in there, Marvin, as we're talking through this, because as leaders, you're starting to have to explain, if somebody's asking you, because you get into my red pill's better than your blue pill, or my daddy can beat up your daddy, or whatever it might be. We just want to show you, so you have the arsenal at your hands, what we do different. And Rajiv, we were on a call earlier today, and just letting the people understand, we're basically paying the money in advance to you for the rewards you're going to be doing. And so that's a later discussion, but just want to share that, Marvin, as another piece of why this is such an amazing limitless referral rewards company.
Well, and thank you, Brad. I think that's what to me, what that says is that we're really trying to honor all of the relationships that we bring into the company. We're trying to make sure that everyone has an equal opportunity to succeed and to thrive. And so this was one of the ways. Another way was we actually have built a significant profit margin into our products that we pay you every time somebody buys one, not just the first time. The first time we pay you a little more, but the second time, if they get on a loyalty program, we pay you even more than that. That means that what we're literally doing is we're really expanding what your earnings are. And so you can't just look at it from a reward volume to value of the product. You also have to look at the fact that we're paying you these amounts in addition. It's a very exciting part of our compensation plan and very lucrative. We also pay you when you are successful. As you begin to hit little points of success along the way, when you hit those, we have actually what we call rank advancement bonuses, where when you hit those, we pay you a total overall the plan up to $200,000 in addition to everything else. Now think what you could do with an extra $200,000. I mean, maybe you'll buy a Bentley. I don't know what you're going to do with that, but there are lots of different things you could. That's not exactly how I would use my money. I have many other things to do. I actually have a new grandson coming along, and I want to put money away for his education. So that's why I want Anjuli to succeed. I'm excited about that. We also have a revenue sharing program where we literally allow you to share, not in the profits. Profits are after expenses, after taxes, after everything else that a company has to do, after the cost of goods, after everything. This is a revenue pool. You share in the revenues of the company. And so what does this do? It creates an incentive for all of us to work together to really grow our revenues so that you can really participate in these shares. And that's part of what we do. And they're exciting. Now, they start out slow, but boy, can they ever build. And they can become a significant portion of the rewards that you receive from Anjuli Global, especially as a leader. Now, another thing that we do, and this is something that we're trying to get our reward store up and running so that you can actually see how this is going to work. But we already are awarding you points that you're going to be using in that reward store, and you're going to be able to redeem points for the loyalty that you have for Anjuli. And loyalty means a variety of things. It means keeping an order, your loyalty order, up to date. It means sharing your opportunity with other people. It means doing those kinds of activities that attract business to Anjuli Global and help to support our omni-channel approach to success. And so when you do that, you're going to be able to qualify for everything from free products to trial products. For instance, I have here a little trial product that that we have developed through our company Leaf Ventures. I don't know if you can see it. This is a little trial product, and people are going to be able to get those kinds of things because we want to check out what the response is to those things. Gives us a chance to do some marketing research. Also, you'll be able to do things like even use your reward points to exchange for your vacations, because you're actually spending money with us, and we're going to set aside some money for us to go on vacations together. And we don't care whether you're one of our brand ambassadors or a guest customer. We want you to come with us. Can you imagine if a customer earned a vacation with us and came? I bet they would go home not just remaining a customer any longer, because they would catch the vision of who we are and what it is that we're striving to be as a company. Now, I think all of us, I'm going to go back to that slide, all of us are looking for peace of mind, body, and life. We want our life to be peaceful. We want our body to be at peace. There's so much stress in this world today. There's so much fear and so much concern over different things. And we're tense, and we have headaches, and we have migraines, and we have autoimmune diseases like they just weren't around when I was a kid. That we have pandemics, we have things that that none of us have really experienced before. And we've had those kinds of things come into our life and our bodies and our stressors and our minds. Our minds are not as strong as they used to be because we have not learned how to provide self-care. And we're learning. There's become this great awareness of mental health. And Anjuli is leading this area as well, in trying to find a way to bring peace to your mind, to your body, to your overall life. So how can you get started with our company? We actually encourage you to try one of these enrollment packs. You don't have to. You can join without an enrollment pack, but there are significant returns when you do. And let me share a little bit about how that works. We actually have created these packs so that as you purchase them, when you purchase one and you get 3 people to do exactly the same thing that you bring into the business, you just paid for your own pack. It's really refer 3 and yours is free. And in fact, I'm going to tell you, it's more than free. And here's the math. If you buy a business pack at cost, it's $1,275. That's what you will pay for it. You're going to get, if you do 3 times that, if you get somebody to duplicate you 3 times, you would actually make $1,305. That's a profit of $2,660 in the total cash rewards. I think I'm missing like $30 or something right there. So, but that's what it ends up being. So I'll have to correct that. I can see I am. And I'm missing it from, guess what, Brad? The Jaya Wave. But that's where I'm missing it from. So for you early adopters, and we already talked about it a little bit, but you get a chance to participate in the equivalent of equity in a company, not because you brought a bunch of money to the table. Of course, if you want to bring us a bunch of money to the table, we might talk to you about that too, because gosh, it's always nice to have the money to do what we want to do as well as what we need to do. So if you come into this company and you build, we give you the equivalent of equity, but this is a limited participation. This is for early adopters. This is for people who can see the superhero inside that's standing there hiding. I love this picture because that's to me what it represents. Inside each and every one of us is a Superman or a Superwoman. And we can really do something with our lives if we will just take the opportunity to try something new and something as awesome as Anjuli, and actually as safe as Anjuli, to come in, because, by the way, we give you all kinds of satisfaction guarantees on everything. So it's kind of a no risk proposition for you to step into what we're doing, but you can still, with all the courage you can muster, participate at that level that you are, and we still see the superhero inside of you. So we're excited for that, and we're excited for you early adopters to step in and do that. Now, let me ask you just a simple question. What happens if you choose to honor the light, love, beauty, truth, and kindness within others that is within you? Well, of course, to me, that equals freedom. It also equals peace. We are Anjuli Global. We come with a history of an amazing history. We come with wonderful spa quality products. We come with intrigue and interest. We are a company that deserves you're taking a close look at how you can help us to be successful by having your own success. And by helping you have your success, we become successful. It's a symbiotic relationship that allows us to maximize our potential and actually create true synergy, where the sum of the whole becomes much greater than the sum of the parts. Thank you very much for being here. Brad, would you like to tell them about this?
Well, Day of Discovery, October 21st, a week from Saturday. Don't miss it, 1 p.m. Eastern. Now, this Saturday, tune in. Now, it's Coach's birthday. So, as a birthday present to him, make sure you're at his party Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern this Saturday, because we're doing an immense training, that a lot of things he's been planning, and a lot of guests on that. And then we do these, again, as y'all know, Tuesday night's opportunity. Thursday night, we try to do a training to help you all, learn more about the products, the business, presenting things, and we'll get specific on that. And then the next Saturday is our Day of Discovery. I believe Dr. Abbott will be joining us again. We'll reach out and confirm that with you all. But Dr. Abbott is the developer of our Ambrosia, and you don't want to miss it when he talks about all the things that it does in Ayurveda, and begins to help you understand it. And you'll get more and more confidence in what we're doing here in this blue ocean business, our blue ocean strategy. So that's what I have. Tune in to wish Coach happy birthday on Saturday. It better be the biggest turnout he ever has. Let him know your love, the love they have for him, and put it in the show him it right now too. I was going to have Marvin, you got to finish. Maybe Rajiv could sing happy birthday or something to him.
Is Rajiv there too? If Rajiv will come and join me, I'm going to sing happy birthday to Coach.
I think he's jumping off right now.
He's jumping off right now. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Coach. Happy birthday to you. And
all right,
many
Coach.
more. Thanks, everyone.
Hi,
Thanks for
everybody.
being with us tonight. We love you.
Yeah.